All right, well, what's new, not really, is we got a late start. Again, one more cup of coffee, please. But the main motivator, so let's just give it a try. And so here we are. Trying to tag one, maybe two 4,000 footers, Mount Field and Mount Willie. Last time I did them was probably 35 years ago. Well, I've been up here, but anyway, it's supposed to be sunny all day. Driving here got slammed by rain, driving winds, and a rainbow, which we pulled over. I got a quick shot of. So, lots to talk about today. Particularly, the pleasure of having a guest on Everest Mystery and the Happiness Quotient, Julie Summers, great niece of Sandy Irvin. Wow. Amazing. If you haven't heard it or watched it, the links will be in the description. So let me get some mileage behind me and we'll talk a little bit about it. Let's go. All right. We're not that far in, 20 minutes, half hour. Drizzly, chilly, breezy. I emailed Julie Summers this morning and said that my wife and I were off into the great wild blue yonder. It's not blue, and I can see no yonder. And as of yet, nothing great, but the rain has abated, so we're just going to keep kind of pushing in. You know, I talk a lot about kind of begrudgingly getting ready for a hike on mornings, which harkens me to all through high school when I had to wake up at 4:15 in the morning, literally be out of bed at 4:15 every day, and then be on the road by 4:45 for a 5:15 practice with Sunrise Swim Club. Train for an hour and a half, get to school, usually late. So the theme for today's video washed upon me as we were hiking up, and I came upon the idea of Metta, which is a Buddhist prayer of sorts, meaning loving kindness. And I began speaking about it in this section of the hike, but somehow I hit the slow motion tab on my iPhone and everything slowed down. So I'm re-recording this part to discuss the idea of loving kindness. And it's essentially a mantra of sorts that one would repeat over and over. It's a very, very beautiful mantra, essentially saying, may all beings be peaceful, may all beings be happy, may all beings be safe, may all beings awaken to the light of their true nature, may all beings be free. There are any number of variations of the Metta loving kindness mantra. However, essentially they are invoking the wish for all sentient beings to find real peace, regardless of who or what it is. Loving kindness. And in Metta, you pray for all sentient beings to find real peace, real joy, real contentment. And that includes everybody. And if you do a prayer of Metta and say, oh, except for asshole, it doesn't count, man. So May all beings find real joy, real peace, real contentment. May all beings become enlightened. We're all going into the same place. We all gotta look in the mirror. Have I done everything right in my life? Fuck no. Would I do things differently sometimes? Yeah, probably some. Have I hurt people through my actions? Absolutely. Do I wish to do that now? No. Okay. That's enough for now. Here's where we're at. Well, it's getting breezy, and I blew it because I didn't put a light wind shell in my backpack today. It's so classic. On these shorter hikes, I'm just so nonchalant, and then we get caught in the rain and the wind is here, and so my wife said something about this is the season of weather, and almost on cue we said Aerosmith, Seasons of Wither. Dang, man. So we're 1 mile from the first mountain. I've got a down jacket I can wear, but the truth is, getting back to that idea of metta, of loving kindness, you can't just go through the motions. Yeah, I'm right here. Keep going. You have to mean it. You can't just say, may all beings find real peace. May all beings, find real joy. You literally have to mean it. So no ill will. You can't hope for somebody to fall flat on their face. That's not how it works. So it takes a lot of soul searching and going deep. If you do have any resentments or anger, you've got to seek that out. And that's, what else are we going to do with this life if we don't get to the core of our resentments or our angers or our pains or our hurts or our, self, indulgent woe is me-ness, if you will. So this is the life. This is what we have to do. Why waste it hoping for other people to suffer? There's just too much suffering going around. And so, yeah, seasons of wither. Okay, in the clouds. How about that? I know, right? I got the hood on. It's chilly, not too chilly. There's some snowflakes. The other mountain is like 1.5 miles there, and each way. Truth be told, I'm just not feeling the vibe, man. So we're gonna have some hot tea up here, a sandwich, and enjoy seasons of wither in each other's company by this beautiful cairn, a Scottish Gaelic word dating back to the 1500s, meaning pile of rocks. And in the background over here, Mount Washington Hotel, a grand old hotel, which maybe we can drop by and get a video of it for you later. And then the rest of the Mount Washington Range, if you will, and White Mountains. Gorgeous day. This is what the mountains are all about. You know, you come prepared, a little nip in the air, kind of breezy and spooky and stuff. And you realize how small and infinitesimal you are in terms of the weather and the power of weather in the mountains. Okay, so here we are. We're on Avalon. It's not a 4,000 footer. The views were spectacular. So, not too much farther down to where the parking area is at the AMC Highland Center. You know, there's a lot of confusion out there. A lot of static electricity, a lot of disinformation to wade through and to try to discern. We need to discern what is coming from truth and coming from love and positivity and what's coming from fear and darkness. So it's our duty, it's our responsibility to endeavor to do that and to be strong as an individual, to actually take the time to do our work, to go inside our hearts and to determine whether what we're hearing resonates with us and whether it's true or not. Not just to take it for granted if we should watch. Not just to take for granted what we see on the news or see in a YouTube video. We need to go into our heart and ask us, does this serve our higher purpose? And that is, as a human being, that is your responsibility. That is your responsibility to do that. And if you don't, you're shirking responsibility of what we were given as beings, sentient beings on this planet. Whether you can say whether it's God-given abilities or as some element of elevated in terms of this realm, this planet. God knows, golly knows that there are other planets and other realms with superior beings on them. But it is our duty, it is our job. And we have this life to take that time to do the dive into information, to learn if what we're hearing is truth. And so I ask you to do that, to make up your own mind. It is your responsibility, not just to believe what you hear. You need to go deep into your own heart. And that's what I do. And it's not easy. It takes a lot of work. And it takes a lot of honesty and truth. Am I feeling anger, resentment, pain right now? Or in certain situations? You need to ask yourself those questions. And when you do and begin to evolve, you start to attract other individuals who are doing the same. And our world gets lighter and brighter and more loving and more filled with love. And we begin to evolve naturally because those are the people we spend our time with. And instead of seeing people coming from darkness and anger and fear and who are inflicting pain on others, we look at that and understand it. We keep it away from us, but we don't stew about it. We don't resent it. We don't sit there and fume about it and wish ill will on those human beings. They're all free will human beings endeavoring to find out who they are. And that is an all-knowing, perfect, loving being of the light. That's what we are at our core. And I believe that to my core. And I think that about you, no matter what you are thinking on the other side of this screen. So that's our job. It's a responsibility. Use the responsibility. Use the gifts that we've been given. Don't waste time. There is no time. It is now. And I mean that. And I spend a lot of time in my life doing everything I'm talking to you. All you have to do is ask her up there. She'll tell you. Oh, my dear. Talk about an angel. So, I guess you got to ask yourself, are you making the world a better place? Or are you making the world a colder place? That's pretty easy to answer because you know. That's it. And if you're one of the people who is contributing to make the world a darker place, get out of my way. I'm not interested. I love you.